Continuation of the book Meditation Made Easy from Lorin Roche. Another technique, and it's more kind like advices on how to seek for more quiet days. Arrive early for everything, about 3 minutes, at every scheduled meeting. If you are even a little early for the events of your day, you can take a moment to breathe. Breathe, feel yourself and enjoy. It's a little luxury that meditators often overlook. 1 minute here and there can change the whole rhythm of a day by allowing you to catch up with yourself. This simple step will alter your life significantly unless you are already hip to it. I get the feeling that in the military, on time means you arrive 5 minutes early, then stand around preparing yourself to walk in the door and the exact second of the appointment. At least that's how military types I have worked with come for their meditation sessions. It doesn't matter whether they are generals, captains, or sergeants. They always seem to arrive early, loaf around outside, then knock on the door right on the time. I can set my watch by then. Since they are not out of breath, it's easier for them to get into breath awareness. And they are very easy to work with in meditation. When you say at ease, they go. By contrast, about half my civilian students arrive just barely on time and slightly out of breath, or even a few minutes late. They call me from their cell phones to say, I'm stuck in traffic, but I'll be right there. By inquiring how they live, I have found that they do almost everything this way. Meditation may even make them worse, because they don't really plan for the extra half an hour they take in the morning to stretch and meditate. I think it is better to spend less time meditating and be early for things, so you can travel mindfully, senses open, unhurried, enjoying the ride. At first, this may sound severe, but it is really the simplest imaginable way of doing things. Whatever time you say the appointment is, that is the time. Not a few minutes later or a half hour later. And because it is a simpler way of operating, it is more fun. You can even make a game out of finding out when a person is really going to arrive. You can ask, do you mean 3-ish, or 3:30? When I make appointments with people, I usually ask, when can you realistically get there without rushing? If you are early for an appointment, you can use the extra couple of minutes to collect yourself, review notes, make notes, rest, drink water, chat, take a few conscious breaths, or feel smug. More important, if you are not cutting it close and are not late, then you not get an adrenaline rush. In the evening meditation, one of the things you will spend time doing is reviewing every adrenaline jolt of the day. Your body will systematically go through each nerve, soothing and restoring it. This happens spontaneously when you relax or rest. You don't have to make it happen. And it is hard to stop it from happening since it is a natural healing process. But it takes time in your meditation, so the natural fear of false alarms you have from trivial things like being late, and more time you have available in meditation to be with other perceptions. If you are early for an appointment, you can cruise, you can let other people get in the elevator first. You can wave other cars ahead. You can look at people, say things, enjoy your breathing, and as you walk. If you feel late, the stress hormones kick in. If you have any control at all over your life, arrange to be early for everything for a month and notice how many little moments open up. I am emphasizing this point because lots of advanced meditation I know have a tendency to be a little late, to chronically rush around slightly out of breath. It is okay to do this once in a while or in an emergency, but it's stupid to do it habitually. Consider experiment with arriving early sometime. Pause on each threshold. Time 3 seconds. Pay attention to your body, especially your belly and midline torso, when stepping across any boundary, any doorway, any entrance, any border between one space and another. You can call this a body scan. This process of taking a quick survey of how you feel and what your senses report. As you move through your day, you can use any threshold as a moment of awakening. Pause at any doorway, even an open door, and take a conscious breath instead of blasting in. Notice the quality of feeling on your border, the threshold, and as you enter. Over time, you develop a physical intuition about what has been going on in the room. If you are already intuitive, this practice may help you keep your intuition sharp. If you are in an open space or room, you may be able to feel layers of borders around other people. All animals have zones around them. When you are a certain number of feet away from them, they are just aware of you. Any closer and they get restless or alert, ready to flee. And then, when you get too close, they move. You have invaded their space. Awareness of the invisible zones around people and animals is an intense source of joy in life. Being healthy in meditation depends on respecting your own boundaries, your own limits and preferences, your yes and no structure. When you learn to enjoy your boundaries and the balance within them, then the possibility of experiencing a larger boundaries arises. Take a conscious nap. It can be from 5 to 20 minutes, anywhere you can be undisturbed. Anytime you feel your energy slump or just need to change gears, you can take a conscious nap. All you do is put your head on your desk or lie down in your bed on the floor and pretend to nap. You may drift, you may or may not nod off. The main thing you are doing is recognizing and giving in to the calling of your body. You don't care whether you fall asleep or not. Usually we resist these callings and instead thinking about getting another cup of tea or something to eat, or we just let our minds wander. But it is very powerful to simply give in to the sensation of fatigue and sleeping and then let carry you wherever. You might be more relaxed if you have a clock in sight, or you can set an alarm so that you know you'll wake up at a certain time if you fall asleep. Be cozy, about 30 minutes, your nest or anywhere special and quiet. Choose a favorite book, magazine, tape and CD and make a special time to be with. Set aside at least 20 minutes, half an hour is better. Turn off the phone, put a note on the door that you are not to be disturbed, and cozy up with your favorite thing in a secluded private spot. The idea is that you are taking good care of yourself and are natural. Part of coziness and also the next exercise, experience perfect safety, is the feeling that your boundaries will be respected. Notice that the difference between reading in a coffee shop or airport or mall and reading at home or in other private places. Which do you prefer? Or do you have moods and sometimes prefer one situation and sometimes another? Most people have moods and vary in what they want. One day they like reading a newspaper or book in public. Another time they relish being alone. Experience perfect safety. If you live in an industrialized world, you are safer than 99% of the humanity that has ever lived, and you are statistically more likely to die from the stress you put yourself under than from any external physical threats. This statement may totally contradict what you think of as a common sense. Many of us are convinced by television news and other gossip that we are mortal danger from all manner of things every time we step out from our homes. The news does a good job of screening about the dangers that befall one person in a million, but it tells us nothing about what we will experience when we walk out the door, except maybe the weather. Imagine a situation in which you are perfectly safe, or at least very safe. You could be anywhere in the real world or in the imaginary world, in a cave underground or in the mountains, in your own special garden or in your own private island. Go ahead, build that castle in the sky, dream that dream. Then give up physical body a chance to soak up the feeling. Review your senses. How do you breathe when you feel safe? When you look around the world, how do you observe color when you are feeling safe? Simply explore the way your senses work when you are feeling safe in the world. After a while, unsafe sensations may arise. Be with them. This is healing, so allow the process. Other people are frightened to their thoughts and feel they have to control them. If you are this way, then do things that make you feel safe. You might want to meditate with a group in a religion context or get psychotherapy. You can do dance therapy, theater training, or journal writing classes. And you can meditate in the physical quiet and shelter of a church. Respect your need for safety and be gradual and gentle with yourself. If you need help with safety, get it. Take a hot cold shower. For some of us, our time in the bathroom each morning is the only quiet time of the day. If that's true for you, make the shower a sanctuary. Bathing in the morning before work is usually a habitual set of motions. You had to make it that way at some point in your past in order to get to work on time. Now you have that handled and you are an adult. You have the right to enjoy your body while you are bathing. Have good things to smell, perhaps several types of body shampoo. Breathe in the smell while shampooing. Take longer with your head under the water. Enjoy some conscious breaths with the water streaming over your hair. Let the water massage your neck while you breathe consciously. Take longer shaving or toweling. Rub lotion all over your body after your bath. Do the slump. Let your spine curl down forward and your hair drop slowly. Feel the weight of your shoulders and they slump forward, and notice the curve of your back. There is a gentle stretch all the way from your waist, through your entire spine to your neck. Stay there for a moment and breathe, and extend the stretch as long as you like. All you are doing is letting your upper body give you into gravity, luxuriating the feeling of not having to hold yourself up. Gravity is the master. Then, very slowly, come back to an erect posture. Savor the sensations all over your body. You may have sensations in your skull, a feeling of relief, a tingling through your back, and other pleasurable kinesthetics. You can do this exercise over and over again as much as you like. It is also a great exercise to do as the beginning and end of every meditation. Tense to relax. With the body, almost everything is done in opposites. If you want to breathe in, breathe out first. If you want to be rested and energetic tomorrow, go to sleep tonight. The situation is similar with relaxation. If you want to relax your muscles, tense them first. Get into tensing and relaxing gradually, at your own pace. Experiment with tensing and relaxing your face, your hands and arms, your legs. You pick the body part in the sequence of movements from part to part, voluntarily tensing your muscles in definitely doing something. It is an action. And to relax, don't do anything. And do not tell yourself to relax, just let go of the tension. Action. Explore your magnetic hands. Sometimes when you are at ease, either standing or sitting, let your hand become aware of each other. In other words, be alert in your hands. Notice what happens over the span of the few breaths as you pay attention to your hands. Now let the hands drift up so they are facing each other. The palms can be about a foot or a halfway apart and in front of your belly. Explore until you find a position that feels better than others. Let your attention drop a bit and rest in your breath. Then pay attention to the sensations in your hand or between your hands with your mild curiosity. Before sleep meditations. It can take 5 minutes. Using your senses or motion and touch, enjoy the flow of breath in for a few minutes as you are getting ready for sleep. You can sit up in bed, then slide down under the covers, or you can do the whole thing lying down. Go with whatever your preference is. Invite the feeling of drifting since you are intending to drift off into sleep. If your nerves are jangled, you can meditate on the quality of soothing or peace. Sometimes the simplest things are the most neglected. Before bed meditations cost no money and probably won't take any time out of your evening except away from the television or a book. The basic idea is to treat yourself as you would at a health spa. You turn in early, maybe as early as 9 p.m., and have no television, maybe just a peaceful book to read and a candle. The next morning, notice how you feel. Are you more rested, more relaxed, and ready for the day? Give these 3 days as an experiment sometime soon. Then, if you like it, continue. An hour or so before bed, you might want to bath or shower And even if you are a man, massage your whole body with a light moisturizer or lotion. This will help the body shift gears into rest mode. If you usually drink alcohol at night, drink herbal tea or water instead. If you never drink at night, try half a glass of wine sometimes. Do a little stretching, very light, just enough to evoke the languorous feeling. Then go to bed early and welcome the process of letting your mind drift. You might review the day, or you might find yourself planning a vacation or remodeling the kitchen. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that you set your mind free. When people go camping, one of the healing elements is absence of electric light and the early bedtime. Then go to bed early and welcome the process of letting your mind drift. When people go, there are many fantastic photographs of the Earth from space and space from the Hubble telescope. I recommend you find some you are particularly taken with and looking at them before you fall asleep. Make friends with the dark. Often, there is some sort of light in the bedroom, a VCR with its glowing clock, light streaming through a window. Consider making the bedroom completely dark by devising some sort of blackout covers for the window. Then welcome the experience of darkness. It is very restful and will tend to make you appreciate the light that much more when it comes in time to awaken. So it's all for now. Continuing the next video.